It is me, your girl, Fosti Onyi, and you're back again to the channel for Stick. Guys, updates concerning the Big Brother Naija. Uh, there are quite a few, and I want to talk about that in this particular video. So, as you come on in, please do well to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post new videos, and let's keep it rolling, guys. Welcome back again. So this today we'll be talking about the head of house game. Remember that today is Monday, and in Big Brother's house every Monday we have the head of house games and also the live nomination. So that is what I'm going to talk about in this particular video. So as you come on in, do well to do the necessary things, you know what I mean, by liking the video and all that good stuff. So welcome and welcome back again to the channel. Now guys, the head of house games was really was really a tough one, guys. These games, these people started playing around 2 in the afternoon, and they kept on playing until 6, that when they were done. So the game was really, a couple of tasks together. There was a there was one where they had to fix a puzzle. There was one where they had to blow a balloon and do some other hurdles. Guys, it was very tasking, very, very tasking. At some point, I was like, gosh, how will these housemates, pull through? But in every game there must be a winner and there must also be a loser. So guys, Big Brother told the former head of house, Chisom Chuka, that he was not eligible to participate in the head of house games. And I think that put a clog in Chisom Chuka's will, because Chisom Chuka has been planning how he will be able to fight to retain the title of being head of house again. So when Big Brother told him that he was not eligible, I think, he was kind of disappointed in that. But the other housemates went ahead to compete in the game. And so after everything, guys, I don't want to really give us the details of the head of house game. It was a very long one, a game that they played for almost 4 hours, guys. And I won't really blame them, because the house is still very full. So about 23 housemates played that game, and so it was quite, reasonable that probably the time frame would be very lengthy. So, like I said, Chisom Chuka was not allowed to participate in the game, and after everything, Sheba emerged as the new HoH for the week, guys. A huge congratulations for the ladies, as in Sheba took this one home for the ladies. She is now the new head of house, guaranteed with immunity and also the HoH veto power to save and replace. Guys, it was really a tough one today, and I'll give you guys all the juicy details. So, like I was saying, Sheba won the head of house, and guys, a moment, please. I want to see. Okay, Sheba won the head of house, and as the with the best performance overall. And guys, would you believe that the house nail, or the tail of the house tail, or what they called it this time around, is the bench warmer. That's the housemate that performed the list. Guys, that was Normie. I was like, wow. Normie. Normie was the bench warmer, and she was given a bench no, a stool. That's a stool. She was given a stool that she'll be using anytime she's in the arena. So that's her own designated stool to sit on. She's not allowed to sit on the normal chair. She's just, maintain her status as being the bench warmer by sitting on the stool. So guys, that's the update on that. And then this housemate quickly went on for the nominations, the life nominations. And guys, today was really a hassle because even the life nominations, Big Brother introduced something called the conspiracy for housemates to go aside. Different groups of housemates go aside, conspire on who they would save and who they would not save. So that process took a while, and these housemates were able to come up with names. At the end of the day, four housemates were, you know, four housemates had the highest number of saves, and that was they were Barry, Godessa, um, Tram, and Cassie. So I'll take that again. I'll take that again now. Megan Henry, speak up, twin. Can't you hear me? Guys, can't you hear me? The sound is okay now, so I don't understand. I'm listening with the other phone. The sound is okay. Maybe you should check your own end, Megan Henry. Check your own end. Check your own end. The sound here is very much okay. So, like I was saying, uh, after the live nominations started and these housemates were called, after they conspired on who to save, they were now called, into the diary room, and they mentioned the housemate they would save and all that. At the end of the day, four housemates had the highest number of saves. Tram, Barry, Godessa, and Cassie. So now it was now the turn of the head of house to use her veto power to, replace one housemate and one housemate from that saved group and put in her own choice. So I think maybe due to reciprocity and emotions, Sheba took out Cassie and put in Chisom Chuka. Remember that last week, Chisom Chuka won the head of house, and because of the courtesy of that, Sheba was able to spend time in the head of house loft. So my thinking is that maybe she wanted to use that as, to repay Chisom Chuka. So so my thinking is that she wanted to use that to repay Chisom Chuka. Then she removed Cassie and put in Chisom Chuka. So at the end of the day, the housemates that were saved from evictions this week are Tram, Barry, Godessa, and Chisom Chuka. So Big Brother called these housemates into the lounge area and he told them all to stand up. He mentioned this housemate, Chisom, Godessa, Barry, Tram, told them to sit, that they are safe from evictions this week. And the head of house is also immune. So at the end of the day, the remaining housemates, they are all up for possible eviction this week. Guys, remember that this week, the eviction is going to be real. So vote for your fave. If you really want to see your fave remain in the house, please vote for your fave. So either one or two people will be evicted this Sunday, and that's that for that. So moving on, Sheba was told to select the housemates that will spend time in the head of house loft, just as it was done last week. And so Cassie got that. Cassie was the lucky person that will spend time in the loft, in the head of house loft. He also chose Normie as his partner to spend time with him in the head of house loft. So I think probably this week may be is a bitter and sweet week for Normie, because she got the bench warmer, which is a downer, and also now she's also enjoying her time in the head of house loft, which is a good thing for her anyway. Now, Big Brother also introduced, some other new elements into the game. He's he talked about the grand prize fluctuations. That's the cash prize of 100 million. He said that this cash prize, just as it was done in the previous season, will be fluctuating, and it is the responsibility of the housemates to protect the money. So they have to do well in their tax and in other areas so that they can be able to protect the money. If not, the money will be deducted and everything will be shown how it is done. So everything will be shown how it is done, guys. Now, he also talked about the most influential housemates. This most influential housemates depends on the housemates voting who will be their most influential housemate for the week. And this person is going to be rewarded with prizes at the end of it all. So the most influential houses, probably based on a housemate character or the way he relates with his fellow housemates, he will be nominated and selected to be the most influential housemate, which will also be revealed on Sundays. Now, moving on, Big Brother then warned Mercedes on the way she spoke to Big Brother. Remember that Mercedes has been, requesting that Big Brother please provide her with a pole so that she can continue with her pole dancing and all that. But Big Brother have not yet granted her request, and so I think maybe that was what prompted Mercedes to start, yapping yapping dust about Big Brother, and Big Brother then called her to, her senses, that where does she think she is, that she'll be, talking anyhow and using words anyhow, and that every request every request of housemates is subject to Big Brother's approval. So Big Brother can decide not to honor a request. And I think that should serve as a warning, because sometimes these housemates, they just be doing the most, acting all up and all that. So moving on, I need to talk about the update concerning Araga and Godessa. Guys, let me tell you for free that Araga is not in tune with what he and Godessa is doing. Remember, I notified us that Araga and Godessa are in some sort of relationship or whatever for the game. So I think that, to my own understanding, it is only Godessa that is really in tune with that, because even when she was called into the head of house lounge to, process to call who she will save, she saved Araga. But when it was Araga's turn to go into the head of house, when it was Araga's turn to go into the diary room for the nomination process of who to save, Araga did not call Godessa. He did not save Godessa at all. And I was like, wow. But when Godessa went there later, she saved Araga. So in my own thinking, Godessa is, is the one that really wants this relationship or whatever. But Araga is not doing anything about it. He's not doing anything. So I was really surprised, because come on, these two people had a moment in the wee hours of the morning. Araga was, doing stuff to Godessa. He was using his fingers on Godessa. And Godessa was like in the thrill of passion, emotions, and all that. I was like, wow. So Godessa is already in tune with that thing that is ongoing with the two of them. But Araga his head is still in the game. He doesn't really see Godessa like that. And I won't really blame him because he had already told Godessa that his Godessa is not his spec in a woman, that his spec in a woman is a woman that is light skinned and curvy, not too fat, somebody that is like the color of Sheba, you understand, but or even lighter than Sheba. So to even begin with, Araga is not even seeing Godessa as his spec. So he's not taking that thing serious at all. That's the basis of this. So Araga and Godessa had a fingering moment. That is the cocoa of what I want to tell you guys. And after that moment which they shared during the live nomination show, when it was the turn of Araga to select who to save, Araga did not save Godessa. Meanwhile, when Godessa went in, Godessa saved Araga. That's food for thought, guys. This Big Brother Naija game show is really an eye opener, guys. It's really an eye opener. So moving on, I want to talk about this Bells and Nomi nasty fight that broke the internet. Guys, I know that you guys might have seen one or two things concerning this, and I just want to talk and give my 2 cents about it. So for those that did not know what actually happened, I'm going to play you a clip of that situation. But before I play that clip, I'm going to give a little backstory. So after the live eviction show, after the live show on Sunday, the former head of house now, Chisom Chuka, called for a meeting, and they were having that meeting because Big Brother had already brought the brief for their wager this week. So they were having the meeting concerning the wager, and they were talking about props and all that they will need to execute the wager, because this time around Big Brother said the whole house will work as a team to execute the wager for the week. So no more separation of the boys and the girls. No, this time around both of them will come together and work to be able to execute their wager. So they were having this meeting, and during that meeting, um Nomi spoke up that they would need some props. And while she was speaking, Bells told her that no, there's no need for props. She was just talking. Then Nomi got upset and told Bells to shut up and that she was not talking to her, guys. And that was how this exchange of words started. They started insulting each other, calling each other names and all that. And then Bells told Nomi that she should shut up, you motherless HoE. So she was the first person that insulted Nomi. But Nomi, as you know, would never back down from a fight. So Nomi even went lower, and there was no name that she did not call Bells. She insulted Bells, even said that she wished her Bells' mother had passed by giving birth to Bells. So she said the most, and she was following Bells around, that wherever she see Bells in the house, she will be continue to insult her. She will deal with her. She was just raving and talking and talking and talking. At a point, Bells kept quiet because I believe she was overwhelmed. Nomi's energy was Nomi's energy surpassed her own, so she was overwhelmed. She kept quiet and went, to freshen up for bed. And there was nothing that Nomi did not say. Even at some point, she even moved on to Ricky, and I'm like, what? What concerned Ricky in this your fight with, not with Bells now? She was insulting Ricky, calling out his mom too. I was like, Nomi, you are taking this to the extreme. Guys, Nomi is very, very extreme. I've, talked about Nomi a couple of times in my live streams, and I believe that she's holding a lot of pain in her, and the only way she thinks to unleash that is to really hurt people with her words. So I think that is that gives her some sort of relief. But this time around, even if it was Bells that started the whole thing, Nomi took it way, way low, below the belt. She even insulted Yusuf, that Yusuf that Yusuf is she insulted Yusuf that maybe it's because of the nonsense that Yusuf is telling Bells that is making Bells' head to swell, that Bells is shapeless, she is body shame Bells. And guys, these people went at it. So let me just play you guys a clip to see the fight, guys. Just a little clip, and then we wrap this up.
Which normal human being dresses like that? You're talking about somebody's mother. Look at your hair. Look at your outfit. I'll follow you. You don't know who you're dealing with. Please give me a chance. Sorry, you do vex. Look at you. Look at hey God. See somebody that's calling you me ugly. Fucking Oompa Loompa. You look like puff puff stacked on each other. Like there's no even space.
Guys, this was just a clip of the fight, and this was when it was Bells was already keeping quiet and moving along. She didn't want to be exchanging words anymore with Nomi, but Nomi kept at it, and she kept at it until she was finally tired. Guys, in all this, what's her name again, Temi was beside Nomi, giving her support as a friend to keep on doing all this. Guys, I think that Nomi, if care is not taken, she's going to make a lot of enemies in that house, if she had not already, because she has a very sharp mouth and she says the most vilest of things. I really, really, felt sorry for Bells, because Bells thought that she could match Nomi's energy, but come on, Nomi was too much for her. Too much for her. So guys, this is the much I can take on this particular live stream, just to bring us up to speed. And also a huge congratulations to Sheba once again for winning the head of house this week. And we hope that she has a smooth run of the house, because guys, these people were drilled last week by Chisom Chuka. So I hope that at least Sheba will be more diplomatic in her handling of the housemates this week. And also I talked on the housemates that were saved this week: Tram, Barry, Godessa, Chisom Chuka, saved by, and also the head of house with by virtue of immunity. They are all saved this week. So the remaining housemates are up for possible evictions, and you know what to do: to vote to keep your faith in the house. I also talked about Big Brother, adding new elements to the game. He talked about the price fluctuations of the grand prize. That's the cash of 100 million naira, the grand prize fluctuations. And these fluctuations, the housemates have the power to protect their winnings through tax and other requirements determined by Big Brother. We also have another element, which is the most influential housemates, that will be determined by the housemates' votes. So the housemates are going to vote to determine who will be their most influential housemate for the week, and this will be announced on Sunday. Another thing to note is that the housemates that were chosen yesterday as the Gambits, as at when I'm filming this video, they are not aware that they are even the Gambits. So Flora and Aiko, they are not aware that they are the Gambits. So all of the other housemates, including them, are up for possible eviction this week. But remember, as the Gambits, they don't have that, they won't be evicted at all. they are immune to that. So the Gambit and the other housemates that I mentioned, Tram, Barry, Godessa, and Chisom Chuka, the head of house Sheba, they are all immune from possible evictions this week. It is left for you to vote the remaining housemates for, you know, that you want them to continue to be in the house, because this week is a eviction week, guys. This week is eviction week. It's going to happen. So if you didn't vote for your house, for your fave, you may find out that your fave will go home. Hi Kathy. Hi Kathleen, thank you for joining my live. Hi, I say hi to you too. So you know what to do, guys. Vote, vote, vote for your housemates to keep them in the house. I also talked about Biggie, warning Mercedes on how she spoke to Big Brother, because Mercedes has been requesting that Big Brother provides her with a pole for her to continue her pole dancing and all that. But that request has not been granted, and Mercedes went off and started yapping and talking anyhow. So Big Brother warned her to be careful of how she talks about Big Brother in the house. I also talked about Cassie and Nomi, winning the privilege of being in the head of house loft this week. Remember last week when Chisom Chuka won the head of house, he chose somebody else to be in the loft because that is the rule this period. So as Sheba won the head of house, she only got immunity and the veto power to save. She was not able to sleep in that head of house loft. So Cassie was chosen to be there, and Cassie also chose Nomi to also spend the share the place with him. I also talked about Nomi being the bench warmer by virtue of her performing the least in the head of house games. So she has been assigned a bench that she'll be using whenever she's in the arena. That's only where she's designated to sit on for this week. She's not, allowed to sit on the normal chairs with the other housemates. So to signify herself as being, as being the bench warmer, guys. What else again? I also talked about, the fight that Nomi had with Bells. Although Bells started that fight, but Nomi took it way, way lower, and it blew up and caused a whole lot of ruckus. Guys, there you have it. I hope you did enjoy this live stream. Please give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you again in another one. For now, take care, guys, and bye bye. Have a nice night.